Hello, my name is Leon Van Gent. I'm the Program Director at TZ, and in this video we're going to take a lap around the TZ Accountable Mail Lockers. In this session you will learn about the 5 business drivers for accountable mail lockers. You'll also learn about suggested techniques for presenting accountable mail lockers to prospective clients. We'll have a look at the tools that are available to you to determine the right number of lockers for the client, and the tools that are available to you to price the lockers correctly. We'll be covering TZ's off-the-shelf accountable mail software product called Courier. And finally, we'll be talking about a TZ custom accountable mail solution which was purpose-built for a key client based in San Francisco. This leading slide really frames the key problem statements to highlight the need for accountable mail lockers and the benefits that TZ solutions deliver. Why accountable mail lockers? Well, a mobile workforce means parcel delivery to an employee is increasingly difficult. There is no chain of custody if there is no physical delivery to an employee. The system offers increased convenience and utility for employees. The system provides an optimized approach to parcel and mail management, time and cost savings. And the system provides mail management organizations such as Ricoh and Novitex with a technology offering. When introducing TZ to a prospective client, it often helps to establish trust and credibility by displaying this slide that showcases some of TZ's most recognizable client names. TZ have successful installations at all of these customers. It is recommended that you have an initial presentation prepared ahead of the meeting. Take care to ensure the correct templates and themes are adhered to. It's important to remember that the client may be paying a premium for the offering, so they should feel like everything about the communication, presentation, and content is also of premium quality. A picture tells 1,000 words. Having a couple of slides in your presentation that contain actual photos of installation help your audience to visualize the lockers and the variety of finishes that can be provided. Renderings that have a visual impact help communicate how the locker banks can be finished to fit into the existing corporate environments. The key message is they don't need to be the old grey steel lockers that everybody thinks they are. TZ encourages the use of product sheets and collaterals which are useful for the prospective client to refer to after the meeting. Coming up with the right combination of lockers to meet the client's throughput requirements is actually more of a science than an art. TZ has a pad configurator tool that can be used when you are consulting the client to obtain their current package delivery metrics as input parameters. When you click the Estimate button, the tool determines the right combination of lockers and displays the suggested layout visually. This slide communicates the standard dimensions of the different locker sizes, columns, and consoles. If you have identified any locations where the locker banks will be installed, the TZ design team can help you prepare a locker rendering. This can demonstrate how seamlessly the locker banks could fit into the corporate environment. When determining the locations for locker installations, consider the floor plan. Entrances, emergency exits, columns, and remaining passage width are important factors. TZ has a quoting tool that can be used to determine the pricing estimate. This assures you are quoting the correct prices based on the agreed locker configuration. Your proposal presentation should include this in summarized format. Preparing a high-level deployment program helps clear up any uncertainty about the steps to completion and helps to set expectations and timelines. TZ's off-the-shelf accountable mail software product is called Courier. Courier is designed for small installations as a standalone solution. When we say standalone, we are referring to an isolated installation where there is no service software such as Asset Manager. But it can also operate with Asset Manager. It supports different modes of operation, such as package delivery, examples are Apple, Microsoft and LinkedIn, inventory exchange, Apple, or day lockers at Nike. The Courier product home screen has 3 options for employees. They can drop off outgoing parcels, collect their parcels, or also use the Tech Recycle feature to recycle their keyboards and hardware. There's also an option for the agent to log on. The administrator can configure a range of settings in the system by selecting the appropriate tab. This provides the functionality to import via CSV file the list of all the recipients in the building. This settings page allows you to configure which workflows are enabled at the locker bank. Ultimately, it affects which buttons are visible on the home screen. Asset Manager Express is a web application that provides monitoring, remote configuration, and user upload capabilities. Only authorized users can access it. Asset Manager Express contains a visual dashboard that displays graphs of the utilization and capacity of locker banks. Asset Manager Express includes 6 standard reports that can be accessed by clicking this tab. The same features to import users from a CSV file that we saw at the locker bank can be done within the Asset Manager Express. This slide describes the key features of the system for different users, grouped into the kiosk software and the Asset Manager software. In the previous slides, we looked at TZ's off-the-shelf solution for accountable mail called Courier. We spoke about the standard features of the product that can be turned off and on via configuration. In the next couple of slides, we'll be looking at a custom accountable mail solution specifically designed for Genentech. TZ have experienced consultants who can workshop with the client to analyze their existing workflows and practices within the organization, define the workflows, and design the software to suit. An example of this was the recent implementation at Genentech. Genentech have a number of buildings on campus, and their delivery agents have to deliver packages to each of the buildings. They wanted to keep the drop-off process and parcel collection process as simple as possible. Genentech wanted the origin of package data to tie into the existing package scan processes in the mailroom to avoid rekeying the data. When an employee is associated with a package, the system automatically works out which locker bank the package should go to based on the employee's building. Genentech also wanted the ability for someone to collect a package on behalf of someone else. For example, a personal assistant or colleague collecting a package on behalf of somebody else. Genentech used RFID security badges for access to rooms, so this was used to authenticate at the locker bank. The custom solution contains a fully featured asset manager and enhanced data integration options for package and employee recipient data. The first thing you'll notice is the locker bank application is not green. In fact, we've designed the UI to match their brand and style guidelines, hence the blue and white theme. The delivery agent menu reflects 3 simple options. When the person scans their RFID security badge, the system works out if that person is an employee recipient or a delivery agent and presents the appropriate screen. This screen indicates how many packages await collection. This screen also indicates the customized workflow that was designed for Genentech, which is the ability to collect a package on behalf of another person. Service recovery is reserved for persons with enhanced privileges to service the lockers in the locker bank. Common reasons include flagging or cleaning lockers, or taking lockers in or out of service. The Custom Asset Manager web portal is a secure application that requires permitted users to log in. In the next couple of slides, we'll cover off some of these features. The Asset Manager web portal provides a virtual graphical view of lockers in the locker bank. Asset Manager ships with the same standard reports that are in the off-the-shelf Courier product, but also includes any custom reports that have been designed for the client. This slide describes the key features of the system for different users, grouped into the kiosk software and the Asset Manager software. You will notice there are less complicated features in the locker bank software than the off-the-shelf Courier product, because these have been tailored to Genentech's requirements. You will also notice there are more features in the Asset Manager software than the off-the-shelf Courier Asset Manager. In this session on accountable mail lockers, we covered the 5 business drivers for accountable mail lockers, suggested techniques for presenting accountable mail lockers to prospective clients, the tools that are available to you to determine the right number of lockers for the client, the tools that are available to you to price the lockers correctly, TZ's off-the-shelf accountable mail software product called Courier. Finally, we talked about a TZ custom accountable mail solution which was purpose-built for the key client in San Francisco. Thanks for joining me on this lap around TZ accountable mail lockers.